Hello, I'm John. Okay, got another video for you, another terrific New Balance product. I'm sure you've probably seen lots of videos about this. This is New Balance Fresh Foam X More version 5. And it's one of the best max cushioning shoes of the year that's been released here in 2024. I got a hold of this a few months ago. I'm just getting around to making a video of it now. Totally love this shoe, and a lot of people do. You've probably seen plenty of reviews on this, and I'm just going to give you my amateur take on this shoe, because for me, I only run 10-20 kilometers a week, once or twice, so having a comfortable running shoe that I can wear casually is really important for me. So this is the V5. This is the V4. Same model, but completely different shoe. I love them both, but for different reasons. So let's talk about that. To begin, this new model, the V5, take a look at the bottom here. You can see the rubber coverage over this thick layer of Fresh Foam X. Runs longitudinally. It's got good coverage around the edges where you might strike. Compare that to the previous version, and you've got like this channel running right through the middle of the shoe where the foam is. So I didn't have any issues with it, but I've seen people complain that maybe stuff gets gummed up in here and stuck in here, and it's hard to clean. You can see also from both of these shoes, they're terrifically wide at the forefoot, and the heel, which provides really good stability. You can see the geometry of the midsole here. There is no plate in this shoe, so it relies on this nice thick and wide base to provide some stability in the shoe, though that's not really the kind of shoe it is. If you take a look at the midsole here, it is just massive. Now, the V4 was also really huge, right? You can see though, this is just monstrous in comparison. So New Balance says this is a full midsole of Fresh Foam X, which is their kind of bouncy training foam, and it's really good that way. They say it's got 43 mils in the heel, 39 in the forefoot for a 4mm drop, which is great for casual runs. There is a bit of a rocker in the toe here, but it comes on pretty far up in the footbed here, so it's not really an issue, I think, when you're running in this shoe. The shoe itself is quite flexible because, as I said, there is no plate in this shoe. It is kind of an everyday training shoe or recovery shoe. Certainly not something for your speed runs, in my opinion. The shoe itself, though, has a really nice upper. New Balance calls this Jacquard triple mesh upper, and I think it's a much better upper for running than the previous version. The previous version was really soft and comfortable, and it felt really good, but not very breathable, and so your foot could get really hot in that shoe. This one also is not terribly breathable, but it is a little better than the previous version. On the inside here, this one has a gusseted tongue, just like the 1080 V14, and actually kind of a same design as the V14, isn't it? I mean, seriously, these shoes are pretty similar now, even in terms of weight. So New Balance says this is a 313 gram shoe, but that will depend, of course, on the size you get. Some people have weighed this thing closer to 330, which makes it a pretty beefy shoe for running. And I would really agree with that. The reason I don't take this shoe running very much is because I find it a little bit wide and cumbersome. However, the shoe itself is super soft and provides a lot of terrific cushioning for your knees, your hips, if you have a problem with that, your back. And my one bone with the V4 was that while it's really comfortable and really soft for walking around, I found that the foam just didn't provide much bounce. So I felt like I was sinking into the midsole rather than the midsole giving me some spring. That's not an issue with the V5. It's really much more responsive than the previous version, but it's still super soft, super compliant, good support. I don't have any stability issues. The rubber coverage is good, so you get good traction outside. And it's well padded all around the collar here, and the Achilles is nice. Kind of pops up like that. Good structure. The laces are adequate. I wouldn't say they're terrific, but I don't have any problem with them coming undone because I just double tie them every time when I go for a run. So what about this shoe? It's great if you're interested in just something to absorb some slow, easy miles. Maybe you're sore, but you still want to go for a run. This is terrific for that because it provides me so much comfort to my knees and hips and back. And I really appreciate that on days when I just want to run and I'm not worried about how quickly I'm doing it. So New Balance did a terrific job updating this shoe. It's one of my favorite shoes of the year. And I guess my only thing about this shoe is it's so close to the 1080 V14. There's not a lot to differentiate them. They have a very similar feel, both the midsole and the upper. I mean, they even look very similar. You can see, though, that the midsole geometry is quite a bit different on the V5, but the feeling is really quite similar. And the look is actually very similar. So you do notice, though, that the 1080 is lighter than this one. So for me, yeah, the width and the stability of this is really good, but yeah, it's not the shoe that I choose to run in often because I find it a little bit heavy and just a little bit cumbersome because of the width. Anyway, if you're looking for a super soft, super comfy recovery shoe from New Balance, you really should check this one out because you'll probably fall in love with it the way I did. Okay, thanks a lot.